Live from the city of angels. Kick it. If you were to ask me, like, what are your favorite LPs of all time, Weber? I would tell you Left Field's Leftism is by far in the top 10. Let's open up with John Lydon from PIL. This thing goes back to like 1995. Listen to this thing. It still kicks in 2024. Listen to this. Why don't I get music like this anymore? Why do I have to go back to 1995 to grab a track for tonight? And yeah, burn Hollywood, burn. Tonight we are going to burn down A24. They have put me through one of the most torturous viewing years of my life. And tonight we are going to savage a studio that at one time I had a great deal of respect for. But over the years, we have completely and utterly lost one of the best, if not the greatest, indie studio in the history of Hollywood. And that is cause for some sorrow here tonight. This is not an exciting thing for me to be talking about here tonight. When I tell you about the death of A24, I am not happy to bring you this news. I am telling you that I think at this point, what I have suffered through since Beau is afraid, that it's time to call out possibly, I think it's fair to say, the greatest indie studio of all time in A24. And it's time for heads to roll in New York and LA at the offices of A24. This is a studio / distributor that at one time, as I pull up the list of the A24 films that I have seen over the years, when I was in Boston, Massachusetts, doing morning television, I used to go to every single press screening of every film in that awesome town. I love Boston. If I were to go back somewhere, I'd go to Boston because it is smart. It's got culture. It's got the history. It's got everything that you want. It's got attitude, which of course works with me. But I remember the first big A24 film was Spring Breakers, right? Harmony Korine. And you remember that film, and it was a big buzz film. And I remember being blown away by just the weirdness of it, right? And that set the tone for what we saw in the decade since, right? Going back to 2013 was really the first time that we heard of A24 with Spring Breakers. Then we had The Bling Ring, Sofia Coppola, Spectacular Now, Enemy, Under the Skin. Oh, what a cool film, right? When's the last time we've seen a film from A24 that you came out with like, man, that's badass? That's a hell of a piece of cinema right there. No, you haven't. Lock, underrated film. Obvious Child, horrible. I walked out of that film. Okay, so not everything is a winner for A24. As I continue on this list and I go through some of the films like The Rover, weird film, Robert Pattinson, recommend that film. Dystopian, probably where we're headed in society. So be ready for The Rover to come to fruition. Tusk was in there, weird horror film. The Captive, Most Violent Year. Go back and look at a film like Ex Machina. Hello. I mean, should have been the best picture that year. Certainly Alex Garland's best film. If anyone here tonight, as we bury A24, if anyone comes into the chat, Garn Girl is on the producing tonight. I want you to ban anybody who says that Civil War is a great film. Anybody. Because if you think that Civil War is not just great, but one of the best films of the year and truly Alex Garland's masterpiece, you are clueless. I cannot have you around. I cannot trust you ever. There's not even a contest. It's Ex Machina. Civil War was bad. You guys all think it's good because, oh, they killed the president at the end. Isn't that awesome how they dragged him out of the Oval Office and killed the Trumpian character? I know that pisses off the liberals. They're like, well, I think that's okay. You're allowed to do. Isn't that okay? If we have a dictator like Trump. Oh, Weber's going for MAGA tonight. Full MAGA. That movie, I swear to God, I was so furious after watching Civil War. But I'm not. Well, I just saw something last night that I want to watch Civil War for like 24 hours straight than what I sat through last night. We're getting there, okay? More films that I love from A24 over that decade or so since the first film we remember, Spring Breakers. End of the Tour, one of the best A24 films. Why don't we get films like End of the Tour? Why don't we get that? A grounded film. You know, you guys ask me, what do I love? I love a film that is real-life characters based in real-life situations, and we get to know these things. They're character studies, if you will. Look at a Tar, obviously love, adore, but End of the Tour is a film that not enough people talk about. That's a great film. That's absolutely one of A24's best films. Room. First half of that film, certainly, I think more than the second, but either way, that is another banger, right? The Witch, Robert Eggers, it was his announcement to the world, here I am, and you're like, okay, I like the artistry, I like the vision of this director. Now, his brothers, oh my God, just wait, we're getting there. Krisha, by the way, Krisha is the film you should watch instead of Beau is Afraid. It's essentially the same thing, only Krisha's good and it's short. Green Room, weird-ass quasi-horror film, right? Patrick Stewart. Remember, these are all films like within this range of like 5 years of A24, just giving you all these things. Go back to The Lobster, Yorgos, right? Go to Swiss Army Man. Listen, I'd rather watch Swiss Army Man than Everything Everywhere ever again. Continuing, American Honey. Didn't hate that film. Liked it. Moonlight. Best Picture winner. 20th Century Women. Solid. Black Coat's Daughter. Oz Perkins. Another very strong. I like that film. Listen, all of these things are good. Virtually. Not everything. Okay? But the majority of these films, and look at 2017. You're talking about two of the best films. The two top films I had of 2017 are both A24 films. A Ghost Story and Good Time. Two best films of 2017. Did I tell you that story about the person who's big in Critics' Choice? When I went to Critics' Choice Awards when I was a member of that goof organization way back when, and the member who's this high-ranking elite film person was like, I didn't watch either Ghost Story or Good Time, and they had the balls to admit that. I go, that's it. This is when I do not take any of this seriously. If you can't watch those two films. Florida Project. Sean Baker back this year with Honora, as you guys know. Florida Project, a film I think it's the best of Sean Baker's films. It's flawed. I don't love Sean Baker. I like his filmmaking. Okay, let me finish that. Not that I don't love Sean Baker. I just wish Sean Baker were more grounded in his films. I think he loses it. Red Rocket should have been a dark drama. It should be a little bit of a dramedy. It's not the film. I don't like his writing. I like his directing. And we talk about that all the time, how directors can be better at the technical aspect than writing. Sean Baker's 100% that guy. 100%. Sean Baker, much better filmmaker than he is a writer. No contest, okay? Killing the Sacred Deer, Lady Bird, Disaster Artist. On and on. First Reformed, weird Schrader film, right? Hereditary. Horror classic, for sure. It's definitely Ari Aster's best film. And you guys see, look, we're just going through all these films that made a massive footprint and impact in the world of cinema and certainly for the indie space. A24 was the hottest thing, right, on planet Earth. When it came to a film, it was like they're the cool brand. Well, I got news for you tonight. A24 is no longer the cool brand. Neon is. Neon is killing A24 these days. Okay? It's not even a contest, as we like to say. My number one film of the year is a Neon film. It is Handling the Undead. Better than anything A24's put out this year. The best film A24 has put out this year, and you look here at the 2024 box office, some of these films were from last year, so we have to kind of just skip past those. Civil War this year, not a great film, okay? Still better than the film I watched last night. Just wait. We're getting to it. We're getting to the film I watched last night. Just wait. Maxine, most disappointing finish to a trilogy ever. Ty West actively destroys his trilogy with the third act of Maxine. Ty West, as a director, has seen his stock fall further than any single director in Hollywood with Maxine because of the expectation and what we got. That film was, I want to pretend it doesn't exist, especially that third act. Okay, Tarantino disaster, right? I mean, my God. Zone of Interest from last year, I do like Zone of Interest, but look, this year, Love Lies Bleeding is their best film. Love Lies Bleeding by far. I saw the TV Globe, probably number 2. Sing Sing. Oh, have you guys seen Sing Sing? Overrated. If that film is up for Best Picture or wins Best Picture, I'm here to tell you right now, I'm not kidding you, this channel will be dark for no fewer than 2 full weeks. If Sing Sing wins Best Picture or Best Director, I am out for at least no fewer than 14 days. This channel will be dark. I will not stand by and allow a film as mediocre as Sing Sing, not terrible, mediocre, overrated as Sing Sing, win Best Picture. Go root for it. You're not going to see me for 2 weeks. I'll go dark. Twitter will go dark. I'm not going to stand for another film after Everything Everywhere. I'm not standing for another film to come in and take a prize away from a film more deserving than it. Go back to Tar losing to Everything Everywhere. Are you kidding me? This is a criminal action. So if tonight, one more time, Sing Sing, and if they think they're going to bring Sing Sing back out in January and somehow it's a better film, Sing Sing still is hellaciously overrated. That director has no calibration on that film. Let's have every scene go as long as possible. Every character will say their soliloquy for the entire film. And like, dude, do you have any control of your film? This is the other thing we're going to get into. You know why A24 is dying? Because you have people in charge that do not know what a good film is. And you have people in charge that don't have the balls to tell these directors this needs to be cut down. Listen, A24 has test screenings. Why do they even do a test screening? Why? They don't ever do anything to the film. They don't change shit. And the ones that apparently they changed The Green Knight. The Green Knight's bad. I love David Lowery. But then I watch The Green Knight. I'm bored. What is this shit? This is boring. You guys watch The Green Knight? I was like falling asleep in that press screening. Damn, man. That was also the beginning of the end. When you start to see films that should be good and they're bad, that means the studio's going down. I don't know what's happening there in New York, LA. I have no idea. A24 doesn't invite me to anything anymore, and I'm glad you don't, because I can savage you tonight. You deserve this. You deserve every word that's coming out of this microphone tonight. A24, you used to be the number one indie studio. It wasn't a question. If there was a film by you, I'm going to see it. And even if I don't love it, I'll probably admire it or respect it for the directorial choices, for the boldness of the vision. Something. Now it's a bunch of L's. This year's been a ton of L's for A24. Go back and continue on this list. Problemista. Oh my God. That was a painful ass movie to sit through. But I'm going to skip number 9. We're coming back to that. Janet Planet. Listen, for A24 this year, it's probably, again, one of their best films by far. I like it more than any of these other films. Tuesday. I thought that was as bad as A24 could do until I had to sit through the film I sat through last night. Get ready for, I think this is the lowest rated film that we have ever had on MMT. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the MMT evaluation of the most brutalizing film that I have sat through for the runtime of 1 hour and 40 minutes. I cannot believe I made it through this film. After 20 minutes of this film, I wanted to bail out of the AMC Burbank and run and flee and not have to finish this shit. But I stayed so I could do what I'm about to do. Here's the trailer for The Front Room.
I am his mother. I'm the problem. I'm the villain.
You want to give us everything?
We can pay off the house with that money.
If she comes to the house, we're going to be her disciples. She thinks that the Holy Spirit possesses her and gives her power.
I'm the problem, I'm the villain.
You must be my Norman's Belinda.
Stop. I can't even. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this justice. This film should never have been released. And here's what makes me even more pissed. And this is why I really had to do this stream tonight. Guess who directed this film? I didn't even care at the time until I watched it. And then I put it all together and it fits perfectly into exactly what we're talking about. The offices of A24 in New York and LA have no control of their studio. Zero. They are giving films to Robert Eggers' brothers who unleash one of the worst scripts ever written in Hollywood. This is one of the most unpleasant films I have ever sat through, repulsively unpleasant. Okay, so you just saw stepmom moves into the house, and then Brandy and her beta husband have to sit around while this guys, listen to this accent, listen to this actress. I don't even know who the hell it is. Is she like some, I don't know, but listen to this for a second. I want you to know this. She's not the Where's the Beef woman from the old Wendy's ad, although I think that's her inspiration for this character.
I thought you were supposed to have more interesting names.
What is a more interesting name?
You see how goofy she's acting? It's one of the worst performances ever. This woman in this film, who is she? Someone come in. I'm not doing the research. I'm not coming in here and doing the research for you guys. I just come in and hammer the films. Whoever this actress is, it is embarrassing. It's laughable. Hey, everybody, I'm here. I'm grandma, and I'm a Jesus lover. And that's going to freak everyone else because I'm going to have a prayer circle in my house, and I'm going to shit my pants. That's what she does. She shits her pants, and they have to clean up after her, and she's the monster-in-law living in the house, only it's not even a horror film. Listen to more of her accent. Oh my God, listen to more of this shit.
My work is in the spirit.
My work is in the spirit.
Mommy, cast out the bad one.
What is this? Is so terrible. Even if you're trying to make a comedy, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like she's trying to be scary and menacing and weird, and I'm watching it going, what the am I watching here? This is terrible. The Eggers should never work again after watching this film. They should never, ever have another film. And why am I saying that now? Because I can't stand nepotism. I cannot stand you getting a job because of your famous brother. How about you earn it? This script doesn't deserve it. You never earned this film, Eggers brothers. The fact that you got this film was a gift from some really dumb people up in New York and in LA here with the A24 offices. The dumbest people in Hollywood making this movie, put an A24 stamp on it. You guys have destroyed your brand with shit like this. Yeah, A24, I'm not done. Ban me from your screenings. I don't care. If I have to sit through this shit, I don't want to see another one of your movies ever. And I loved you. I adored A24. Half the movies behind me are A24. Not anymore. Because you give a shit like The Front Room. You give the Eggers brothers a film because it's Robert's brothers. And they gave you The Lighthouse. They gave you The Witch. So, of course, they deserve a film. No, they don't. You know how you earn your space in this world? You fucking earn it. You do not get it handed to you because your brother's a big filmmaker. And by the way, that's not why this film's bad, but that makes it worse. Because trust me, if people know you're a nepotistic hire, you better bring the goods. If you don't, you are going to go down hard. Look at the actors who are the offspring of famous Hollywood legends. If they don't have the goods, ooh, you know it's coming, Nepo baby. Well, guess what? We got Nepo directors. And not only are they bad, this script, I would have thrown it in the trash. We wouldn't even make the film. Whoever A24 greenlit this, I swear to God, if you have a job tomorrow, that it is truly a blessing that I don't even understand, that you have someone in the business that's watching out over you, that you have someone protecting you, because there's no way in hell that I would have you sitting at a desk tomorrow morning after watching The Front Room. Probably the same person who greenlit Beau is Afraid. Can I mention something real quickly? By the way, this is a 1%. An MMT score of 1% because it's a complete film. It's the lowest score I've ever given. I can't give a 0 because it's a complete film. 1%. Remember the other things that A24 did? I'm not done with A24. I'm not done burying A24. It's not even close to being over. Remember when I hammered them for giving $35 million to Beau is Afraid to Ari Aster make that film? Remember? And you all were like, well, remember, there's whole articles written about me. Well, you're not an executive. Why do you care? Because when you make decisions like giving $35 million to Beau is Afraid and Ari Aster for film, no one would give him that money. But A24 is so damn dumb. Here's your $35 million. Because then we get robbed of films that might have been sliding doors. All the films that we might have gotten that were great, we're not getting now. You know why we're not getting them? Because you spent $35 million on the unwatchable Beau is Afraid. And you just released The Front Room that might be worse than Beau is Afraid, even though it's shorter. You are truly the laughing stock of Hollywood. And yeah, guess what? If Weber's out in front of this again, it is what it is. It always is the case. I am always out in front because I'm not like those other film Twitter reject weirdos who are like, well, it might not be cool to say that. Was A24 dead? I don't know. I mean, they could have a film around the corner. Listen, given this year, this studio, until they turn things around and show me something better, it's done. I'm done. I don't care about the Brutalists. I like Vox Lux. I don't want to sit through 3.5 hours. I don't care if it's a masterpiece. 3.5 hours is too damn long. Yeah, you know what you're going to say? Well, what about The Irishman? Too damn long. Because A24 is the perfect landing spot for the Brutalists. Because Brady didn't show any restraint when it came to a runtime. A24 won't tell a director anything about their film except, you're great. A24 is the participation trophy studio of Hollywood. You're so great. Here, Ager Brothers, your brother's really talented. And if we give you a film, maybe he'll bring one of his films back to us instead of Focus. You know that's what they're thinking. How do these people have jobs? How does A24? They don't even announce who's in the studio. By the way, there's like this weird conglomerate of people in the back, shadowy kind of thing. Here's the thing. I wouldn't want to be known who's the leader of A24 either right now. to admit that you greenlit Beau is Afraid and now The Front Room? But man, I'll be putting a paper bag over your head. You know those teams are like 0-17? The fans show up with a paper bag? That's what I'd be doing. I'd be walking in the office here in LA and New York tomorrow with a paper bag over my head. This film also bombed. Did I mention that? Oh, totally bombed. $700 per screen. That's horrible. So even the fans of A24 are done with A24. So this stream is dead on as always. And if we are on the vanguard, welcome to MMT. That's what we do. I'm not Gore doing anti-woke shit 24 hours a day. The death of Star Wars. We're talking about studios that should matter, that have lost their way because you've got people in executive positions that have no balls to tell these directors these aren't good films. Can you imagine someone at A24 watching Beau is Afraid and saying this isn't good, we're not releasing it? First of all, to read the script of Beau is Afraid and greenlight that at $35 million is fireable, just to make it. But after it's done, if they show me that on the first cut, I'm here to tell you, sorry, I'm in the middle of something. I'm here to tell you that they should have absolutely backgirled that. Beau is Afraid should never have been shown. It's that terrible. And if you didn't want to backgirl that, you had to completely bury The Front Room. Did anybody think the front room was good? Can just give me a second here. I have to go for a second and savage anybody who says this is a good film. I am going to destroy all of them here tonight because this is unacceptable. If someone recommends this film, it's not just over. It's done forever, like eternity. There's no resurrection for you. It is so over that you have died multiple lives by recommending The Front Room by the Nepotism brothers, who bring you one of the worst screenplays in the history of Hollywood. Guys, I can't even explain to you. If you have sat through this film, I am being kind. It's at 51%. Who in the heck? 51% of critics thought it was good. Well, at least the popcorn meter is 37%. I have something I want to admit to tonight, guys. I don't know if anyone recorded it last night, but I'm going to have to admit what I did. You guys ready? Remember when I got in trouble at Beau's Afraid? When people started clapping at the end of Beau's Afraid, and I said, guys, what? No, we're not. This is terrible. This is awful. 820. Okay, so last night, I'm in the back row at 16. Anyone's watching, send it to them. They'll know it was me. And I sit there, and the movie's over, and I wanted to walk out. Remember, I really, really had to hold this together to stay in this thing for the hour and 40 minutes. Okay, and as soon as it's over, here's what I hear. You ready? It's over, and I hear this. I go, what? You should hear me. This is me. I'm not even kidding this out. I go, what? I go, what? You clapping? Like this. I'm talking like I am on stream. Guys, what? You clapping for that? Holy shit. I mean, I might even said that. I don't remember. I was so furious. I didn't get any fights. No one, but I'm just telling you, the movie was over. So for our loser boy who says he's taking pictures in the movies, the movie's over. People are clapping. I'm allowed to loudly protest people clapping one of the worst screenplays ever written in the history of Hollywood, featuring a grandma/stepmom who shits herself and pisses herself and then makes herself a nuisance so that Brandy finally wants to kill her. Oh, what a film. What a film. What a payoff. What a payoff. Zero payoff. Did I get to that one? 1%. 3 out of 5. The Guardian gave this 3 out of 5. Shannon McGrew, our good friend Shannon McGrew, the one who bitched all about HCA and created that big stink about where's the money going at HCA. Yeah, Scott's my friend, but I'm still calling you out because it was like he was donating the money to charity, for fuck's sake. And she's like, well, I don't know. It's not good. It's like, how about you stay in your own lane and learn how to review films? 3 out of 5 for this? Eric Langbird, everything's interesting. Positive. Adrian Horton, fresh. Robert Colger of Flickering Myth gave it a rotten, only 2.5, though. This isn't low enough. Did anyone give it like a 1 or a 0? Good God, what are we doing? D. AV Club gave it a D. Still not low enough. It's an F. Roger Moore used to be in Orlando with me when I was down in Orlando. Roger Moore gave it 1.5 out of 4. Aaron Newworth. Oh, my God, that guy. I know he's Scott's buddy, but Aaron, you are so boring. I listened to his podcast the other day. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's dull. I mean, we talked about the Nilla wafer of critics. Aaron's like, oh, my God, this guy. I'm like, and you gave a positive review of this. So it's like a 1-2 punch of like, oh, my God, bro. There's no coming back from this shit. Do you guys understand that? Elliot Collins of the Movie Files gave it 2.5. This is no way. William Bibiani gave this a fresh. Of course he did. Oh my God, guys. This is some shit right here. Manola Dargis, thank you. Well, he's one of our recommended critics. She gave it a rotten. This is unbelievable, guys. Courtney Howard, 3.5 out of 5. Guys, this is Jeff, who I use, Jeff Ewing, you're done. Dude, I like you, Jeff, but you're done. 7 out of 10. Holy fuck. Guys, this film is truly Tyler Brendan. Tyler like this. I got to make fun of Tyler. There's no coming back. All right. I can't. Guys, I can't. You have to see the film. When you watch the film and when they're cleaning up the shit in the bed, you'll be like, why am I here? You're going to question your existence, all of your life choices, and you're going to say, I hate you, A24, which is why we're here tonight, gathering in this, frankly, awake. I mean, that's why I wore the black jersey tonight. night, LAFC. I had to find the darkest jersey I could because essentially we're at a funeral. Because I just don't see it turning around anytime soon. Couple posts and we're going to move on. That was an epic burial for 30. That was a 30-minute burial of A24. By the way, none of this shit's rehearsed. Can you tell? So if I miss something, listen, it's live. If I did it again, it would probably be totally different. That's why slacker. No, that's not true. The friends I have are really good friends, right? I like to have a tight grip, knit group of people rather than like, I have all these friends, like especially the movie space. The movie space makes me laugh. It's like, these are all my friends. These people would cut you off at the knees. Like, they're not friends. Scott's a friend. My friend Paul, definitely. Britton, go Simone. Here's the thing is, I hate fake people, right? I can't stand fake people, which you guys know I'm not. And also, I'm going to be critical. And the thing is, if you're going to be in my space, you're going to have to understand that we're going to probably butt heads from time to time. And I probably will say you're completely clueless. Watch Siskel and Ebert. They hammered each other. They had to work together. Oh, your lack of decorum is appalling, Weber. Watch Siskel and Ebert. They dragged each other all the time. That's when it was good. Steve, I love Spring Breakers. Listen. Here's the thing. Let me tell you that. Oh God, no! Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Beetlejuice. I don't want to do it tonight. I already went off on it the other night. Not a good film. Do not come in here and tell me Beetlejuice is good. Don't do it, guys. Steve, Spring Breakers really sets the tone for the studio for the next decade because you have a piece of art. Whether you liked it or not, that film is so weird and so interesting to watch unfold that it is where I want to be in a movie theater. I want to watch something that is like that. The other thing I want to mention, you go back to a lot of the films I talked about from the beginning, and this is where Weber's. Weber's going. Watch out! Weber's tapping on some really dangerous stuff right now. Go back and watch A24 films early on. What did I mention? Let's just go back real quickly. I want to go through these films, and you guys are gonna get ready. You're gonna call Weber a jerk. Too bad. Gonna do it. What do these things have in common? A lot of these films, they have a white lead, right? Okay. Spring Breakers, all white, right? Correct? Listen. Oh, the nationalists. Listen. Let me finish my thought before you all get all pissed off. Now, in the world we live in, that has to be representation. You can't make a movie that doesn't have representation. What if your movie's not representation? What if your movie's about a group of kids who grew up in Ohio like me and all the friends were white? What if I make that movie? That's what it was. We weren't racist. All my friends were white. Do we have to recast it because my friends now have to be different? No, we're not doing that shit. But A24 now is like, well, we got to tell different stories. No, you don't. No, you don't have to tell different stories. Why? Why do you have to? You can tell both stories. Why do you only have to tell one story? Oh, now the pendulum swung the other way. No. I am never going to make a film because of representation. Never. I'm going to make a film because it's good. I'm never going to greenlight a film because of representation. What? That's the kiss of death, because then you're going to make a film that panders. You're going to make a film that doesn't feel authentic. Why don't you just make good films? And you hope that these films are representative. You hope that they touch on different stories from people from different backgrounds. But you don't force it. Now I don't even think A24 would make the end of the tour. Two white guys talking? No, we can't have that movie. Think about that for a minute. Sorry, guys. I know I got to say this. Now I'm turning into gore. I'm turning into erotic. No, because it's fair. It's accurate. I'm not just down here like hammer. What I just said is 100% true. I don't think A24 would make that film now. I don't know. I haven't seen it recently. Not because, first of all, a good film. How about we just leave it at that? Forget the fact that it's two white people in the leads. The fact that it's a good film. Can you imagine? I can't imagine being in Hollywood and having to make a film and then they say, well, we can't make this film because it doesn't tell the story. No, why? Why are you even talking like that? Why are you doing that? That's really weird. It's really weird to be talking like that. Can you imagine going into a meeting? I talk about this all the time. I'll do it again tonight. Imagine being in a meeting saying, we're going to hire the best person. And then someone goes, well, we have to hire someone that checks this box, or it has to be a woman, it has to be a man, whatever it may be, right? It's not going to be a white man. But let's just say, you know how quickly I'm going to lose my shit in that conversation? Do you have any idea? I'm going to be like, what did you just say? No, we're going to hire the best person. But no, I'm going to try to explain this to you one more time. I'm going to hire the best person. If you have a problem with this, I'm out the door. I'm leaving. I'm not going to play this bullshit. Hollywood doesn't do that. They're like, well, We might get some people angry. We might ruffle some. Is it the best person? Well, then there's your answer. I don't care. Do they happen to be a minority? Great, then that's fine and fantastic. It doesn't mean they have to be. Conversely, I'm not looking for a white guy. Is he the best? Good, he's hired. Why is this hard? What are we doing? It doesn't make sense. I know I'm right. You guys know I'm right. Everything I just said is 100% right. That's why they can't attack, because they're like, well, he's right. I mean, he's being fair. And ultimately, guys, I'm telling you, nobody in the space is more objective and more fair, even though our boy who drags his 3 strands of hair across his head that writes for the rap, he's going to call me MAGA Weber, because I thought Civil War was trash. Oh, that means he supports MAGA. I said Donald Trump is not the Antichrist. Oh, my God, he is. Think of the concentration camps that he has had. Oh, these people are just fucking weird. They're just off. And that guy's such a loser. These people in this space, there's so many losers in this space, guys. You have no idea. You have no idea, earthly way to comprehend the number of virtue signaling, weak ass losers in the space. You have no idea. You can't even add them up. I mean, the list is literally, you have a list it's all over here. Who's on the side that's not? Weber? Is there any? That's it. We have one. That's all we have. Everybody else is going to be in this range over here. They're all the same. They're all afraid, except the one thing they're not afraid to say, Weber's terrible. That's it. Oh, they can all agree on that. Oh, really? Yeah, because you guys don't have any balls. That's why. None of you do. Not a single one of you has balls to do what I just did tonight to A24. Because you know why? You might not get invited to that next screening. Oh, what if I don't get to see The Brutalist when it debuts here in LA? Oh, my life would be ruined. First of all, no one cares that you're at that screening. Second of all, why are you putting so much value in watching a movie a few weeks before it opens, or days in many cases? It's dumb for you to play the game of, well, I don't want to hammer a film because I might not make the list anymore. I don't want to be on the list. The last time I went to a film that I was on the list for is because the director personally asked me to come in JT Mulder and Strange Darling. That's why I went. I don't want to go to these things. I walked into that and it was packed, and I saw all the people that I don't want to see, and I go, I want to get out of here. They feel the same way, so it's perfect. This is why I don't even want to go around them. So they don't have the guts to do what I just did. They don't have it. You know that. Okay? So what we bring to the space is fearless, authentic, objective film reporting. And yes, at times it's going to veer into the, oh, well, I guess that's kind of anti-woke. It's not anti-woke. It's called being pro-objective. Do you guys understand? Big difference. Objectively, this is the best person. Objectively, this film is better than that film. Now, you're going to say, well, everything's subjective. Shut up, first of all. Shut up. Don't ever say that. Okay, don't ever say that to me. Second of all, I am objective, and then when it's time to turn on the engine and go full on, full throttle, pedal the metal, destroy this thing, I'm going there because I was objective until it's time, and I've seen what I need to see. It's time to lower the boom and destroy this shit. And I've said it before, call me Simon Cowell of the film space. I will take that and I will treasure that because that's what I bring. The rest, you don't bring that. You bring nothing. There's nothing interesting about you because you play the Hollywood games, because you're not objective. You have an agenda. You're so far left wing. You can't even imagine seeing a right wing mentality and seeing some points in there that might be valid. No. All of it has to be thrown away because I'm so left wing. I have to virtue signal to my loser group of friends who aren't even your friends, by the way. They would cut you off at the knees in a second because that's how this town operates. So don't tell me there's friends. This town doesn't have friends. The friends I have, it's a tight grip, a tight group. And here's the deal. I trust them. Because I'm probably going to say some shit, like I say on the stream, that might get them angry. And they go, well, it's Weber. And also he's like, well, so what? It's an opinion. We're talking about movies. Why are you so angry? Why are you getting so pissed off? Why are you so angry that I hammer Beetlejuice? The AMC shows came after me the other day. Oh, you're terrible. How dare you not just be a cheerleader for everything theatrical? I'm the biggest theatrical cheerleader out there. There's nobody better. Nobody. During COVID, I was number one. Not even close. You guys know it. Go look. Nobody. was in the space as much as me saying, let's get back to the movies. Let's do this. Driving to Vegas to see Tenet when I was told it's dangerous. Why do you think we're here tonight? Because of a few of us. I'm not saying I'm the reason. I'm telling you that I had a part in it because a lot of these people like Frosty, oh, it's dangerous. I don't want to go to a movie again. Remember that? He deleted the tweets. Why, Frosty? Because you're a beta bitch. That's why. Because you are one of the people I've just talked about. You are a virtue signaling left-wing loser. That is who you are at your core. And you just want to fall in line with what everyone else is saying. It takes guts not to fall in line with everyone else is saying. It takes balls to be the person that says this is wrong. And to be the one person standing up to the crowd and saying, what are you talking about? Go back to Babylon. Poor things. Beau is afraid. Who was right about Beau is afraid? 100%. What did I tell you that night when I came out of that movie? That they are going to lose their ass on that film. And the fact they spent $35 million on that is absurd. And someone should lose their job. And now what's happened now? What, 2 years on, year and a half? Look where they're at. I was right. Because to get this shit right, you have to be fearless and not give a shit what the left, most of these people are left-wing, hardcore left-wing, okay? And you don't care about virtue signaling. You don't care about them. Look at them. When I go to a critic screening, how many times I've tell you this? I look around and I go, damn, man, I don't want to be part of this crowd. Shit, if this was a singles bar, I got my options. The rest of you going home with hookers. That's what I tell you every time. It's true. I look around like, damn, you guys, have some respect. Go to the gym. Take care of yourself. No, we just watch movies. Yeah, I can tell. Believe me, I can tell. I just need to look and I go, whoa, man. Damn, bruh. Shit. Who's even looking at that? Like, have some respect. Oh, Weber's on his rant. He's on it again. Listen, anytime I can unload like that and couple it into A24 and dweeb critics, I will do it all day. And I'll go to another screening. And if any of these critics have a problem, come and talk to me. First of all, I would imagine the majority of you would probably fall down the stairs. The belly would be leading. I can't, boom, but so I'd be like, I'm just standing there going, this is really what's happening. They can't even. I'm just telling you guys, it's not pretty. Okay, it's not pretty. Weber's being mean. What a jerk. Hit the gym. Meet me on Sunset for a run sometime. How about that, boys and girls? Roll up, run with me down Sunset. Here's how we roll. We go a quarter mile down, and then we go sprint back. And I mean 4 100-yard sprints in the heat. I was just out there in 100-degree heat. I'll send a picture tomorrow. I didn't send it yet. I'm out there doing this shit because I work. Because I am bringing back. Listen, here's what I'm doing. I am giving you the truth here, and I back up my statements with action, as opposed to the rest of people talk. They don't live this shit. Why do you think I do physique critique? Because I can. These people can't. Can you imagine if one of these people that we just talked about did a physique critique? You'd be like, bro, you can't do a physique critique. Look at you, man. Damn. I would wear the baggiest shirt that's out there. I would never even wear. Damn, man. Can you get a size up on that? So we don't even have to see. Oh, Weber's being mean. Because have some respect for yourself, man. Have respect. Make harder choices. Don't eat the tub of popcorn. Eat some. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Gone Girl, I'm not going to calm down. By the way, I want to say something, even though I was yelling. I didn't drop a lot of F-bombs. I want a little bit of credit. I held a little straight. Gone Girl, give me some love for that. Let's do an actual story here tonight. Guys, listen, I was so fired up. When I have to sit through the front room, you're going to pay the price. You're going to come here and you're not going to enjoy what you watch because here's the deal. I have to sit through the front room. You didn't sit through the front room. You guys didn't watch. So how do you expect me to not come in here and be angry? Of course I'm going to. I just watched that film. Saturday night's coming, and it's coming soon. I like what Sony's doing here. They're going to put the new Jason Reitman. Looks like it's an awards film. The reviews are high. I can't wait to see it. The trailer is exactly what I want to watch, right? A grounded, based on reality, right? Obviously, based on opening night at SNL. You've got all these actors playing the famous characters on SNL, the skit performers way back when this thing debuted. And then what they're going to do is they're going to push this up and have it platform New York, LA, and then they're going to slowly bring it to the rest of you. So we're going to get a chance to see this here in LA and New York, maybe Chicago. Let me see here. It's going to be coming up here in the end of the month, 27th. New York, LA, and Toronto. Interesting, because Toronto obviously is where the film festival is going on right now, and Toronto's a big film city. So you're going to get it there, and then you're going to expand the following week, and then nationwide, actually, the 22nd. So it's going to be one of these longer platforms, not as long as Sing Sing, because remember, A24 totally botched that. A24 destroyed Sing Sing's momentum by that. That's another reason someone should be fired at A24. The release of Sing Sing. The film's totally overrated, but they absolutely destroyed that. They destroyed it. That was one of the worst releases I've ever seen by a studio. I'm telling you guys, if I were in a studio, just so you guys know, if I were running a studio, we would be the number one studio. No contest. I mean, Neon would give me competition. But if you bring me into Lionsgate, we are going to make Lionsgate one of the top studios within, no joke, 2 years. Give me 2 years. I'm going to have Lionsgate way higher. That stock's going to be way higher because I'm going to come in and do exactly what I just said on the stream. I'm going to come in and make movies that are good. I'm going to say, people say, well, we have to make a movie that has representation. No, we don't. We're making this movie because it's good. Now get out of my office. Get out. Shut the door. Weber's being mean. Too bad. Get out of the office. I don't even want to talk to you at this point. I told you what we're doing. Now leave. We don't have people like that in LA. We in Hollywood. We have people that are like, well, we've got to appease all the groups. No, we don't. If I had to appease all the groups, you think I'd say what I just said about all the critics? Think I'd say about all that? No, I don't care. These aren't my friends. Oh, but your colleagues. They are my colleagues. I don't work with these people. Shut up. I don't care about them. I don't go out of my way and let's start fights and start throwing punches. But I'm telling you, I don't have to sit here and say all these things. Screw them. They talk shit about me all the time. I'll talk more shit. I'm not afraid. I'll be at the gym tomorrow. I'll be running up and down Sunset doing heat sprints in the 100-degree heat. They won't be doing that. They don't do that. They're soft. I'm not soft. That's why I'm allowed to talk the way I talk. Because I've earned it. Because I prove it over and over. I can't wait to see this movie. It's going to deliver. This film is going to deliver. Hold on. Luis, I haven't even looked into this. Because you mentioned it, I'm going to, because we just mentioned this. Let's do this. Can someone, Gone Girl, can you send me the link of the people that are bitching about Strange Darling? Because I don't even know what's happening. I just know I don't pay attention to film Twitter. So when you are telling me that they're angry about Strange Darling, of course they are. They're angry about something. I don't even know what. Let me see if I can find it. Is there something? Someone send me a tweet or some kind of thing and help me find it. I don't see anything here that says it's terrible. All I see are good things here. Hold on, let me hit the button. All I see are good things on Twitter. Where's the negative shit? What are people even saying? 10 out of 10? This is all positive. Who's bitchy? Probably because, you know what? I can be honest with you. Probably because I block them. Do you know people I block on Twitter because I read their takes and I go, I don't want even this person in my headspace. This person's dumb. Strange Harbors. God, that guy's dumb. He gave Ferrari a 4.5 out of 5. Ferrari? You guys watch Ferrari? Okay, I don't even see anything. Whatever they're saying, let me tell you something. Here's what they're saying, Louise. Whatever they're saying, I'm going to tell you something, is that I'm not paying attention because they're the typical film Twitter weirdos who are angry at everything because you know the truth? You know what the majority of them are? They're angry at themselves. They look in the mirror and they don't like what they see. How can you expect someone who every day wakes up and has a sense of self-loathing to ever love something, right? If you can't love yourself, how are you going to love something else? If you wake up every day unhappy, depressed, and miserable, and dejected, and whatever it may be that's in your life, you're not going to be able to be positive. You're just going to say, well, Weber, you just hammered A24. I had to sit through a film last night. That was one of the worst films I have seen, certainly this year or any year. And I just went through all the reasons why. But that's why I'm angry. In general, I was good. I played volleyball today. Went down to some of my boys. They played tournament. Great level of volleyball today. And I was out in the sun. enjoying life. I went to the gym yesterday and Friday. I mean, guys, my life's good. It's good. If I come on here and rant, it's not because I'm angry with myself or the world. Yeah, there's days. Of course, there's days. But in general, I have a positive outlook. You know what helps? Being in shape. You know what else? Seriously, eating right and being in shape carries over into everything in your life. And most of the film tour people aren't in shape. They don't even work out. So how do you expect them to be in good mood? I expect them to have endorphins. So whatever they're saying, I don't even care. Let me just put it like that. Yeah, he didn't. Did he? Oh, guys. Oddity is another. Oh, my God. Did anybody watch Oddity? Did anybody watch that film based on what they were saying? Oh, this film's great. Oh, my God. Oh my God. Okay, since I went a little rough and let's have some fun. I'm going to show you some stuff that I laughed at this week. It has nothing to do with movies, but I'm going to show you something that I laughed my ass off. You guys ready? Here is this thing went crazy viral. It's got 10 million views. Have you seen the woman who gets angry at the rooster? Let's just watch. It's going to be quick. I'm not going to do like a bunch of this. I just want you to watch because it'll reset me and get me in a better mood. Here we go.
First blood, double kill, triple kill, killing spree. Killing spree. You have slain an enemy. Maniac. Savage.
Oh, it's animal cruelty, Weber. It's animal cruelty. That thing pissed her. She was already in a mood, right? And he pecks at her, right? Let's watch that one more time. He goes up and says, "You want some of this shit?" And she's like, "Really, bitch?" And she starts swinging him around by his beak. Guys, this is great. I know animal cruelty. Add another thing to the things that are terrible about Weber. This guy's the worst. He's celebrating animals. Shut up. Shut up. It's a rooster. And not only that, you probably ate chicken today, unless you're a vegan. So you ate one. So why are you angry? Because it's not very nice. That chicken had feelings. Shut up, everybody. Shut up. All right, let's talk about this. This was something I thought was interesting about Tom Quinn, who is the head of Neon. We said Neon's killing A24. They are. It's not just because I actually respect Tom and what he does for Neon. Listen, they've had misses. I've gone after some of their films. Obviously, I just went after Ferrari. But overall, I think that he's very skilled at recognizing quality and what works, what doesn't. I never watched Hitman, but apparently he wanted to buy Hitman. Okay. They put a bid in at TIFF. Netflix pays more. They get the film, but he believed in the film. The film was made for, I believe, somewhere between 5 and 7 million. We offered 10 million US rights only, which would have been a record sale. We believe the film would have grossed in excess of 25 million domestically with a chance of doing maybe as much as 40 million, which I would agree with. It's Glenn Powell. He's on fire. You got a theatrical film. Why not take a chance? Put 10 million in. At least you get your 10 million back. At least that. So he's making a profit on it. Considering what happened this summer with Long Legs, I think we would have proved right. No discredit to Netflix. No, Tom. Plenty of discredit to Netflix. Plenty of discredit to Netflix. F Netflix. Hammer that. He can't say that. I can. So, Tom, if someone sends you this, just know that I'm telling you that it's okay to say F Netflix. They paid in excess of $20 million for that film with a few other multiple territories. And to me, it's a disappointment for exhibition and certainly a disappointment for us. Neon, not only do I love Neon for the films that they generally bring to us, but I also love the fact they're theatrical. Every single one of their films is theatrical. I saw a little documentary from them called Bad Actor that was playing at the AMC 8. I think it only played at the AMC 8 like one weekend. I was like, what is Bad Actor? It was a Neon documentary that I actually liked. Don't even know what happened with that film, but it was available to me. Handling the Undead was available at the 8. Again, when you live in New York, LA, you get an opportunity to see these films, but you wouldn't get it if it was Netflix. So another reason why we are thrilled to recommend Neon to you. Okay. If I had one of their Neon things, I would actually put it up here. If I had the Neon sign, because I believe in the company, I wouldn't put A24 up here. Do I have any more A24? I don't think I do. I don't have any. I have films up here, but do I have an A24 logo? I better not, because it's gone now. I'm not taking every A24 film down because that'd be a lot of these films. But Neon, I would put their thing there. In fact, when I went to their Oscar party for Parasite, it was crazy. There's so many people there. It was right before COVID hit. I mean, I'm talking everybody in Hollywood was there at the fucking Soho House, which is off the Sunset Strip. And I walked in, people everywhere at this Parasite party. I was there till like 1 a.m. till Bong showed up with the Oscar. I got a video of it, and then I didn't actually roll. I was so pissed. He walked in, it was the best video ever. I was on the stairs, and then all of a sudden I missed it because I forgot to hit record. Terrible. What a fail by me. But if I had the neon sign that was there that night, I would find a way to put it on the wall because I believe in neon. So if Neon wants to send me one, even a small one, I will add it to the wall because I believe anything that's on the wall, either I hated or I loved. Very few things in between here. They're here for a reason, okay? So I would add neon, no question about it. Neon's kicking A24's ass these days. It's good for industry. It is, but it's not good for us, the film goers, who have to sit through the front room. Because the Eggers nepotism. It's garbage. It's garbage. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit through a movie like that again. A24, you owe me cash. I want money. I want my money back for last night. I do. Now that I think about it, I really do. I want my cash back. I do not want an A-list back. I want whatever the cost of the ticket was, even though I didn't pay it. That's how angry I am. I'm going to sue A24 for the front room. Is there anyone out there who's a lawyer that can help me get that started tomorrow? I will file a lawsuit in Los Angeles that demands $25, even though I didn't pay it. I want, to stick it to A24. I want them to pay me $25. I don't care what the legal fees are. We can crowdsource it. I want to sue them for the front room. Can we make that? Is there any lawyer out there that can help me have this up? All right, let's see. I got another thing I want to bring up. TikTok helps drive viewers to movie theaters. Did you guys know that? I'm not on TikTok. If someone cuts me out and puts it on TikTok, they could probably have. Weber's a white supremacist. He's terrible. Our boy with 3 strands of hair across his head, right? He's like, I've got 3 strands of hair. I'm going to pull them across like my Russian teacher back in high school. And he's like, you can't tell that I'm bald. Look, I've got these 3 strands of hair I'm pulling across my head. I'm like, you're bald. Oh, but no, I've got the 3. Listen, here's the deal. You come after me, you're going to get destroyed. You're going to get raised like the front room was in this weekend at the box office. So I don't even know about TikTok. I never look at TikTok. I don't watch TikTok. I don't have it on my phone. I don't even know I know what it is. But apparently 33% of moviegoers on TikTok say that that's the reason they went to watch a movie. And nothing is more representative of that than Deadpool Wolverine. What became the TikTok moment? What I told you when I came out of that film. Listen, and by the way, the AMC shills who came after me the other day, they were like, oh, you hated Beetlejuice. This is the same guy who destroyed Deadpool Wolverine and said Barbie was going to bomb because it was woke. First of all, you don't know what you're talking about. How are people that damn stupid? How can you be that dense where you literally don't even know and you're just going to say this is the person who destroyed Deadpool? Who was the biggest fan of Deadpool Wolverine? Me. Who told you that it was really fun? Super entertaining. Go back to the stream. You want it? I've got the receipts. And yeah, Weber was right again. This guy's like, you didn't like Deadpool Wolverine. You hate everything. Shut up. What's wrong with you? I think there's a lot of mental illness in this society. I'm not just saying in the film space for sure. There's a lot of mental illness. And this isn't a joke. This is true. There's a lot of people that just aren't right. There's something wrong. They're just off. Weber's off. I'm not off. I'm just super aggressive and super opinionated. But if I was all mentally, like, just what? Like, what are you doing? There's just a lot of people that are just not playing with a full deck these days, right? It literally is Joker. So I got to watch it. But no, truthfully, it is. And this guy's like, you hate all movies. Like, really? Why do I hate all movies? Can't wait for the kids to be talking about The Brutalist after A24 runs a brilliant TikTok ad campaign. Jerk. This is a good comment. Exactly. The 3.5-hour Brutalist. Brady's masterpiece. Listen, I'm sure I'll see the film. I'm just not excited about the runtime. But TikTok, it's not good that people are going to movies because of TikTok, even though I love the opening sequence for Deadpool. I told you that would be the moment. What I tell you, bye. I told y'all, and who was right again? Weber's always right. We should call the stream Weber's always right. Forget this. It's no longer MMT. It's WAR. War. Weber's always right. It's even better. This is war. If anyone, I swear to God, if you start a stream called, it's war. This is war. And here's the thing. My batting average is 998. That's what pisses off film Twitter as well. They don't even know what they're doing. The thing is when you don't have taste, when you have an agenda, you don't have talent, this is bad. Think about that. First of all, you don't have skills. You don't have any real taste, and you have an agenda. Watch out. That's why we read these reviews. These people all have this. You have that triumvirate of terrible skills, and that's the majority of critics. Most of them don't have talent. That's very fair. Most do not have taste. Very fair. And also, a lot of them have an agenda. So really, we're talking about, it's not one or two. It's all three of those things. Can you imagine trusting someone who has those three issues? Because here's the thing. People say, well, anybody can do it. No, they can't. No, they can't. Yeah, you can come on here and tell me. You can't tell me why. You can't be right 99% of the time. I'm right. If you see these movies, you're going to see, first of all, like I've had people come in here. They say, even though I don't agree with you, Weber, I see exactly your points and I understand exactly where you're coming from. That's the thing. And then people go back to Poor Things. Why'd you hate that film? Because that night was still an embargo and I couldn't go off like I wanted to. Now I would give you detailed. There's so many reasons. I'm not going to do it. I'm done with that film. But I turn around and like Kinds of Kindness because I don't have an agenda. Do you see? That's the difference between me and everybody else. Ohio State is good. Man, Ohio State looked really good last night. Let's watch a video. That's what I expected out of Ohio State. By the way, I might be going to an Ohio State game in the near future. I'm so excited to go back to Columbus. And if I do go back there, the stream will be dark. I know it's really sad for a lot of you, but I have to, go back and visit my hometown. I've got to go see the Buckeyes. Let's watch a video. I feel like I need a break from talking. I think you guys would agree that I need a break from talking. So let's go ahead. You see, you'll help me fund this thing. I thank you, Steve. You're the best. We're going to get that lawsuit filed probably tomorrow in LA District Court. We'll get that done and we'll get the money back in my pocket, or at least my A-list, the $25 I want back from the A-list subscription to sit through that film that was one of the worst I've ever sat through. Good. Listen, I'll help you out, Steve. I can hook you up. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to Vince Vaughn talk about movies and why they don't get made anymore. This is good. Hold on. Give me a second. I got to hit the right thing. How do you restart? Hold on. I know how to do it. Give me a second.
To have an IP.
Okay, here we go. Let me restart this, and then I'll hit this button. And let me turn him up. Hold on. One more time. I'm going to restart it, and then I'm going to hit the volume. Instagram's a pain in the ass.
And it's crazy. You get these rules. It's like if you did geometry and you said 87 degrees was a right angle, then all your answers are messed up instead of 90 degrees. So there became some idea or concept, like they would say something like, you have to have an IP.
Right.
So for some reason, Battleship, which is like a game we used to play like a graph, became a vehicle for storytelling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Whereas like an IP, like John Hughes from our neck of the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
An IP was a girl's turning 16. Like every girl turns 16.
Yep.
Or I'm going to cut school.
Yep.
Life situations.
Yep.
Or old school. What if I got to go back and, be in a fraternity now at this stage of the game? The people in charge don't want to get fired more so than they're looking to do something great. So they want to kind of, follow a set of rules that somehow like get set in stone that don't really translate. But as long as they follow them, they're not going to lose their job because they can say, well, look, I
crunched the numbers.
Yeah, I made a movie off the board game Payday, so you can't, even though the movie didn't work, you can't let me go, right? So people want to laugh. People want to. You look at stuff that feels a little bit like it's dangerous or pushing the envelope, and I think you're going to see more of it in the film space sooner than later.
Good. Well, listen. First of all, Vince Vaughn, everything he says there. Very good speaker, right? He's a smart guy. You can just listen to him talk and he knows what he's talking about. He's been in this town for how many years now? Go back to Swingers, 1995. I was out here. I was first out here in LA when Swingers came out. And I remember I lived that movie. I went to the Dresden. We did all that stuff. So when I watched Swingers, I go, that was me in LA when I first got here. It was weird how that film came out when I first moved out here. And we lived that. We went to all the places that were big in that film at that time, which is crazy, right? But you go back and you listen to a Vince Vaughn who's been in this business for so long and done so much, whether you like him or don't. I've heard a lot of stories about him maybe being a little bit of an asshole. Okay, fine. But he knows what he's talking about. And what he's talking about here is the fact that Hollywood only greenlights IP now. It's got to be something that everybody knows. It can't be just real life situation. What am I writing? I'm writing a script about a real life situation about Los Angeles because That's what I want to watch, and we need more of that. So what he's talking about is exactly what we're doing. So I know I'm in the right space. I know that what I want to watch is what a lot of you want to watch. But Hollywood executives are going to play it safe by going with IP that people know, such as Minecraft. I'm not watching the Minecraft trailer. I saw a second of it. I'm not watching that. I'm not doing it, okay? I'm already angry tonight. I don't need to watch that. But he's right. And what he's right about is the fact that these studio heads are afraid of greenlighting stuff and then getting screwed when the film bombs, if it bombs. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you, get ready to wrap. We're a little bit longer because, what the hell, it's Sunday night. Here's what I'm going to tell you, is that if you go into life in any situation already afraid of failing, you're dead. It's over. Because you can't go into it thinking you're going to fail, because then you will fail. You're telling yourself that it's going to go bad. You have to go into it thinking it's going to go well. Even if it doesn't, you have to believe it will. So if you're an executive, you have to have conviction. You have to have, obviously, talent, because you have to know what's going to work and what's not going to work. And I go back to where we started tonight, A24. I have conviction. I have talent. If Ari Aster would have brought me the script to Beau is Afraid, and I was working at A24, I would have said politely, because I do respect Ari after Hereditary and a lesser degree, but still Midsummer, I would have said, this isn't for us. Well, first thing I would have asked him is, how much are you expecting? What's the budget on this? And as soon as he says a number bigger than $3 million, we're out. As soon as he says anything north of $3 million, it's 3.1. Nope. It's 35. Excuse me. Did you just say 35? At that point, I might have to curse him out. I would definitely say, are you delusional, Ari? Who told you that someone's going to give you $35 million for this film that only plays to you? Literally the smallest audience in the history of film with Beau is Afraid. And the fact that nobody said no to him speaks to what he is talking about here. These executives are afraid, right? In this case, the A24 exec was afraid of telling Ari Aster no. It's a different afraid, but it's the same level of fear. You have to have conviction. You have to know that what you are doing is correct and that you will go down with that decision. If you don't have that in your life, then you are going to fail. Okay, let me quickly walk you through when I joined. This is kind of like a strange offshoot, but I'm going to do it because Steve was asking about fitness earlier. Let me explain this. So 2 years ago, I was in good shape. I'm not going to lie to you. I take it seriously. Okay, I don't mess around. It's very important to me because it helps me feel like me. Like if I don't go to the gym and push myself physically, I don't feel as confident and I don't feel as energetic and as cogent. I think even from a mental aspect, it's really about, for me, it's therapy is a lot of the gym. People don't understand that. But I was in a space where I was like, I need to push myself. This is not going well. I need to push. And guess what I did? I joined Equinox. Let me tell you, Equinox is expensive. Guys, I'm not going to tell you how much. It's expensive. But let me tell you something. When I made that decision, guess what I did? Leveled up physically. Guess what else happened when I made that decision? Started the channel. Guess what else happened? All these things. Because here's the thing. Once you invest in yourself and once you go all in on something, you can't be beaten. And that's why sometimes you have to take and throw the Hail Mary. You have to do something that's not expected of you. You have to do something that makes you a little uncomfortable. And you have to go there because then you're going to level up. And I go back to that decision, and I'm so glad I did that because I still go there. I don't go there as much because it's a pain in the ass driving over there. But when I go, it's a whole different mindset. I get in there and I say to myself, I'm going to war. You got to, that's the mentality. When I walk into that gym, I am going to war, and everybody here is my opponent, and I will vanquish all of you. And I show you this because I'm telling you, because when I tell you these stories, I got to show you this so you understand and know what I'm talking about. But this is what I'm talking about. I'm only showing it to you for a second because I'm not here. I'm showing it to you because A, I'm proud, and B, I leveled up. And I leveled up because I will not sit back and accept mediocrity. It's not going to happen. Even if it doesn't work out, I am not going to sit back and accept mediocrity. I am going to push forward, even if it fails. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to go for it. And if it doesn't work, who cares? Just like every stream we do here tonight, get ready to wrap. Every stream that we do here tonight is all about going for it, okay? And at the end of the day, if you aren't, you need to. You've got to put that into your life, and we'll start an MMT Fit soon because it is very important, and it sets us apart. We're the only people in the space that can do this. Nobody else can. Nobody, and that's what also pisses them off. They hate it. Oh, Weber, that guy. Look at him. He looks like an alpha male. Oh, even though he's older, he's still, oh, but look, I can't attack the fact that he's fat. Well, that's typically how it goes, right? What's the easiest thing? And then they go and they look at the picture, and they're like, damn it, I can't attack that. What am I going to do here, right? And that's why do you think it's important? So I can shove it in their faces. If that's what motivates you, use it. Kobe Bryant used to go out on the court and pretend everybody on the court was his mortal enemy. And look what happened with Kobe Bryant, one of the best ever. Michael Jordan, hella competitor. Same thing. If you have to create it, you create it. You're not physically going in there and getting crazy. You walk in like, I'm ready for battle and I am going to win. And trust me when I say this, when I'm there, people go, that guy is bringing the shit. Because when you bring the heat, they have to notice. They have no choice. And that's film Twitter. They have no choice but to notice. Whether they like it or not, that's them. That's not my issue. They have to notice because you give them no option. That's the key. All right, guys, live from the City of Angels. That was fun. Good night tonight. Gone Girl, round of applause for you, sir. Thank you for helping. And by the way, I'm saying this on the stream because I promised I would send Gone Girl a whole bunch of like screenplays and shit. I'm doing it and I'm saying it because if I don't, then I won't. I'm just bad. Can I just say before just so he hears this too, I can say it in front of everybody. I am a procrastinator. I am 1,000%. But here's what happens. I put it off. And then once I go, it's on. Like MMT. I was like, nah. And then finally, I'm like, let's go. I was doing 3 shows a week. I was doing, right? Now I do at least 2. And we go for an hour every Sunday. That's dedication. And look what we've done. Whether it's the Riddler's channel from the Batman, so be it. Do not care. That's not why. It's not for me to judge. My job is to put this forward and to show this to someone at A24 tomorrow. And maybe something changes. Maybe something changes. They're not hiring me. They're not bringing me in. A24 is never bringing me in because, first of all, let's just talk about demographics. You guys know that. Not happening, which is, get back to what we talked about. I'm not doing this. We're leaving. But that's the problem. If you cannot view someone as a possibility because of the color of their skin, their age, their sex, then you're the problem. Not me. You're the problem. That's the issue. Yeah, it's not me. That's not a me problem, okay? I'm asking you to be as objective as possible with everybody and always look for the best, not for the person that checks the box. That's garbage thinking. Garbage thinking. You hire the best person. It's that simple. And you fire the people that don't deserve to be there. You do not let them hang on. You do not let the Eggers brothers make a movie after this fucking terrible. God, the front room. That's it. Live from the City of Angels. Peace out. It was always a blast. Always a blast. I'll see you back here Thursday for, I believe, that movie with the kid that has his vocal cords cut. What's it called? The movie with the kid with the cut vocal cords. That's on Thursday, live from the City of Angels. Peace out. See you next time. MMT is out.